Welcome back from Thanksgiving break. I hope everybody had a wonderful time and enjoyed not being in snow, but in having some badly needed rains. I want to go over a couple quick things from you as we prepare for the final steps in the semester. All of your proposals have been graded, and most of them looked awesome, and I cannot wait to see the wonderful creations that you will be submitting. I want to remind you very quickly that your final essay needs to fulfill the requirements and that those need to include a time and a voice, a theme, and in this case usually it's a theme that where the protagonist is going to learn a lesson about something. The time and the voice is very important. The motif, theme, and symbol also need to be included, and I need to be able to recognize those very easily. And then, of course, you have some pages available to you for organizing that final exam and the exact order that everything needs to be in. And remember, you will submit one document. That is one document. I think we've learned by now in the semester that if you try to submit the elements of the submission in multiple documents, you will receive zeros because all I will be able to see and grade is the last document that you submitted. So let's all make sure that we cover that and do that checklist. Allow yourself plenty of time to do that. Your rough draft, your final essay. Again, I like to find somebody to read it to. And as I'm reading the story to them, and I'm conscious of the time, motif, voice, all that, but I want to make sure that the story is understandable. And I go through that myself. I'm writing a screenplay right now, and I know what happens in the screenplay. I know what's going on. But did I communicate that well enough when I wrote it? So we had a read-through of my script with people reading all of the characters, and at the end of the read-through, somebody had a note for me, and I went, oh my goodness, I would never have even seen that. So that's the value of reading your content out loud to somebody else. I know if I read it to myself, I can pick up all those grammatical errors. I can see if a word's misspelled. I can see if a sentence is crafted wrong. I can check to make sure everything is in the exact same tense. Is it in the past tense? Is it in the present tense? Do I do a flashback? Whatever it is that I've done, I can correct that. But as far as just, does the story read well? Do people understand it? That's best done by reading it to somebody else and having them go, wait a minute, did they go in the room or did they leave or where did they, it was very helpful to me, and it will be to you too. Again, for many of you, this is the assignment that gives you an opportunity to show how you've grown and to bump up that weighted average that you currently have and give you an opportunity to receive the grade that you, the brilliant, incredibly talented person that you are, deserves. I also want to remind you to make sure you do all the work yourself. I've had a couple problems this semester, not at this particular course, but with other students where they didn't write their own work. And they said, well, I dictated it to somebody, and that somebody typed what I told them to type, and then I turned that in. And I said, yeah, we have a word for that. It's called cheating. And so I want to make sure that you all don't fall into that trap. Be sure every word you type, every word that you submit is work that you personally have created. All right, so that concludes this little reminder. I won't be chiming back in again, and please check the due dates and make sure that your work is all turned in on time. That concludes this final tutorial.